Mhm. All right, guys. So, for any of you guys that are here already, which I doubt is very many, um, good evening. Good evening. We are, as it says, hey, mom. As it says, we are doing a sun-dried tomato pasta with chicken and creamy mozzarella sauce. So, pulling up those sleeves. But at the same time, we're gonna wait a little bit, give people a chance to hop in here and get their seats, as you might say. Hey, that's awesome. What's up, guys? So it is just me today. There is no Luke. There is no assistant chef today, sous chef as you would. It is all me. Yep, I am by myself today. Luke had to work tonight, so he wasn't able to show up. And I'm still gonna do the show. Yeah, no reason to not. There's no harm in it, you know. I want to make sure to get that cutting board out for the garlic for when we actually get there. But like I said, I like to give us a couple minutes, allow people to kind of pop in and get to say hi to you guys. So how's your week been? Today, Tennessee's stay-at-home order was extended until the end of May. So for us, it is looking like we have about another month on this. What's up, Alley Cat? How you doing today? Hey, what's up, Scout? Thank you for popping in for a minute. I love it. Love it. Good. Gonna pop some mini oatmeal cookies, chip muffins. Okay, cool. So what we're doing today, I've said it. I'll say it a couple different times throughout the day, but we're gonna be doing a sun-dried tomato pasta with chicken and creamy mozzarella sauce. She is allowed to dilly dally. Most likely, they're not even crazy busy right now. Half the people don't even realize they're open. Is my guess. I am not making McChickens. That is sacrilege. Oh, are you guys busy right now? Did everybody figure out you're open? I was unsure. Oh, okay, you are slow. Gotcha. I mean, it. Oh wow, it's 6 o'clock. I bet you. I bet you. Chang's is popping right now. I have good taco seasoning recipe. I can give you it later if you remind me. Once the stream is over, let me know and I'll send it to you. Really phenomenal. Yeah, I've used it 3 different times now. It's been a hit every single time. Corona McChickens. Oh, I'll definitely have leftovers. So, especially with no Luke today, I will definitely bring you some, Scout. What time tonight? Because this won't be over until about 8 o'clock ish. We're gonna give it about 2 more minutes, and then what we're actually going to do today is we're gonna start on the bread pudding first. I'm gonna do the bread pudding first because it takes about an hour in the oven. So I want to have that off to the side and ready to start. And then we'll get into the actual entree for the night. But I wanted to make sure to get the bread pudding, which comes from a recipe book sent to me by my grandmother. It is gonna be awesome. I can't wait. You guys get to see this. Smith Cousins cooking book, or cookbook. Family and other favorite recipes. Absolutely awesome. She just sent me this week. I looked through it, picked out what I wanted to do for dessert. Absolutely ecstatic about this. Well, Scout, if you're at work tomorrow, then I can just set it to the side, keep it with me. That way, you just come up to me and ask me for it. Yes, Grams. She is in here. See, monkey bread is absolutely yum yum. You're off tomorrow. Okay. Well, I will make sure that Caleb gets the food directly. I'll make sure he has it, or I'll keep it until he asks for me to make him something for dinner. He usually does. All right. Well, I'm gonna start by grabbing out one of my pots. Okay. For our pasta, gonna get it filled up with some water and set over there on the stove when we're ready. So today the bread pudding is gonna be very simple. I didn't put the recipe on the screen. I do apologize for it, but it's because I have it right here and I was lazy. I'm sorry. I had plenty of time for it. My brain just didn't go, hey Garrett, you should do this. So what we're gonna do is we need 1.5 cups of milk, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 eggs. You can add raisins if you like raisins. I'm not adding raisins. I personally am not a big fan of them. But, plenty of people like them. Then you're going to need some butter, about a teaspoon of it, or tablespoon, sorry, of butter, cinnamon, and 4 to 5 cups cubed bread. So we're just going to be using regular old Texas toast today for our bread. I don't actually know how much 4 to 5 cups of bread is, so we're just going to cut until we have actually filled up the appropriate amount. Chocolate chips would be good. I did think about that, but I didn't. I wasn't going to go ahead and add them. I wanted to try it without anything else in it this time, and then decide whether I wanted to add chocolate chips for it in the future. Culinary definition of pudding, I think, is just pudding. I can't imagine it'd be anything else. I do agree with you, though, there. The chocolate chips will probably be a very good addition. I just don't want to add it in the first time I make it. So, we're going to go ahead and get started with this. Grab ourselves some bread. Luke probably would know the definition. He is definitely our facts man. All right. Nobody likes this piece, but it probably goes really well in the bread pudding. Yeah. We're just gonna cut these cubed. So, taking our bread knife here. A dessert with creamy consistency. Okay. So it is a fairly broad definition then. Bread in the way. Steak and egg sandwich for brunch. Oh man, that is upsetting, Scout. We have been crazy busy. I don't even understand it. I don't. It's just absolutely madness, and I don't get why we aren't losing our business. I think maybe it's because we've been open this entire time, but you know, oh well. So you made yourself some brunch, though? Sounds delicious. That steak looked so good. I was very jealous. I was very jealous of that steak. I wanted some of that. Then my brother was messaging me today, talking about wanting to do some cooking for us. Tomorrow he's doing a cookout, and I was like, I'm not gonna be off work. All right, well that's probably enough bread. I'm not gonna be off work, so I don't get to join in. This keeps happening. They keep cooking without me, and I'm so sad. I'm stuck at work every time. I told him though, I was like, hey, next time make sure to let me know in advance, 2 weeks, so I can ask off. Well, they keep changing my schedule, really, and so I'm trying to get them to do something fairly balanced, but I'm never going to get a day off on the weekend is the real problem. Until we are massively overstaffed, I won't get days off on the weekend unless I ask for them. But if you guys let me know in advance, I can always ask for them. I can imagine a lot of local stuff is on sale right now. Everybody trying to make sure they stay in business. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these eggs just nice and beat up. We're gonna get a bigger bowl out so we can appropriately mix the bread and whatnot. Set that off to the side here. And there we go. Set our beat eggs to the side. We're gonna get ourselves some milk. Remember, I said 1.5 cups of milk. And be careful, both these recipes call for milk, so if you're trying to follow along with this one, which I didn't warn anyone about, make sure you have enough milk for both. So we're looking at 1.5 cups of milk. Pour that on into our bowl. Get out our butter real quick. Oh, I totally forgot a butter knife. I actually don't really have very many butter knives, amusingly enough. Get yourself a teaspoon of butter there. And we'll melt this off so that it mixes in. Then we need to get our sugar, vanilla, salt, and eggs. It's gonna spread a lot easier. I'm using that to go around the outside of our pan. Where is my quarter cup? Oh, I think I used it earlier this morning, right? I made pancakes this morning for breakfast. I've actually been awake since about 6 or 7:30. Oh, no. I am not Scout. This is bread pudding. I'm starting with bread pudding for the day because it's going to take about an hour to cook in the oven. So I am starting here, and then I'll be moving on to the actual pasta here in a minute. Oof. No, I don't have a press for the pasta, so I definitely am not going to do that by hand. It is very blasphemous, butter. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I told you guys, they've been out of it. They haven't been able to sell any. So, I've been using blasphemous butter on everything I've made for like 2 weeks now. Have you not noticed? All right, so we've got our sugar, our salt. We've got our sugar, salt, milk. Now we're gonna add in our eggs, and we're gonna get a teaspoon-ish of vanilla. It's kind of like you're making French toast, right? Quite amusing. I'm using it right now. I put my vanilla right here. I forgot. I actually collected all of my ingredients for this and was ready for it. And now my brain is spacing and I'm no longer ready for it. Murdered someone for Kerrygold butter? Dang, that's a solid plan. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I really should have. Kroger? Yeah, see, I should have checked that. I didn't think about it when I was out. I just usually buy it from Costco in, you know, the big packages. So I didn't really much think about it. All right. There we are. So that's going to be your base set for this. Now, what does it say we do? So grease 1/4 casserole and set aside in a medium bowl. Beat all the first 5 ingredients in. Toss until well covered. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure to get this all nice and greased up. I'm just gonna use a quick paper towel to spread that around. That is Ridley the dog, not Ridley the cat. Ridley the cat has not thrown up. Amusingly enough, I've actually never seen Ridley, my cat, throw up. The other two I have. Ridley never has. So, now, take our bread. Toss that on in there. Get it all nice and mixed up. Honestly, we could probably cut a little bit more bread into this. I was waiting to see, and okay, so yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna set this on in here, and we're gonna get a bit more bread. It'll fill out a little nicer with a bit more. Sounds good, Scout? Well, I didn't want to put the bread away, just in case I didn't fill it as heavily as I would like. Move everything else out of the way and get that bread back out. It is pretty big bread chunks. I wasn't quite sure though. I've never, like I said, I've never made a bread pudding before, and I'm kind of just going off of visuals that I've seen online before. So you're suggesting that they be smaller? Heard. Oh, they're definitely going to be smaller this time then. Well, I mean, they're not tremendously smaller. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So let's go ahead and top that off right there. Toss our bowl over into the sink. We'll move our nice little casserole dish over here, and we will start the preheat. Right, so let's go ahead and get rid of some of this mess that I'm making and clean up some of the unnecessaries. Leave that over here. Oh, Ridley? So basically she figured out that if she comes over and meows, that I'll pet her. Or, you know, stays still, I'll pet her. So they keep trying to get more and more attention by standing still right next to me. Little piece of bread didn't get in the pile. So now we're going to set that to 350 for 50 minutes. Yeah, right? But first, lightly shake cinnamon over it. I totally read that wrong. That was almost bad. Also, apparently almost out of cinnamon. A little heavier than lighter. All good. Scritchless monster. I guess. Alright, well, it's my own food, so I'm not concerned with my hands. Nobody else is. Well, I guess actually I'm going to share this food. Give me 2 seconds. All right. So now we get onto the main event. So anybody who is cooking with me tonight, anybody who's actually brought ingredients, this is where we start. So we're going to be doing, like I said before, the chicken. We're going to be doing the sun-dried tomato pasta with a creamy mozzarella chicken sauce. So we're going to start by grabbing out our sun-dried tomatoes. I'll look into that, Sakuragi. We'll see if that's even possible. Now, I must warn you guys before all of this starts, there will be no justice for small pot today. Small pot will not be getting any justice. So today we're going to start by grabbing out our sun-dried tomatoes and our garlic. If you're using pre-minced garlic, awesome. You don't have to do this part. But if you're doing garlic with me, what you want to do is make sure to get that outside off. You're going to use about 3 cloves of garlic. I personally have this garlic that is infected with elephantitis, so it is quite a bit larger than one would normally expect. So I feel it is plenty enough for the equivalent of 3 cloves. We're going to mince it quickly. All right. Once you've got your garlic all nice and minced up, you're gonna want to make sure your actual skillet that you will be using is brought to temp. My gloves are in my pantry. They're right over there. So you're gonna want to bring up the skillet all the way up to temp, about medium heat. You're just gonna look to we're gonna be looking to saute your sun-dried tomatoes and the garlic together. You're going to use some of that olive oil from the sun-dried tomatoes and to actually cook. If you grabbed olive or sun-dried tomatoes that don't have oil with them, then just obviously grab some oil that you have at home, preferably olive oil, for the sake of the recipe. If you don't want to use that, you can use. I'm not going to stop you. I'm advising you, but I'm not going to stop. No, I do want gloves for the. I actually do for prep, don't for drama. Unless I'm meat. If I'm meat, I do, and I swap them vigorously. For veggie drama, I don't, because you don't need to. Alright. So, we are almost to temp. I should have started that before I went to mince the garlic. In case you haven't done that, you definitely want to start that before you mince your garlic. Just don't be, foolish. Elizabeth does use this. I don't know if she's here tonight. She's here every so often. I haven't seen her in chat yet, and usually she makes herself known. And I have never seen Dorian on here. I don't know if she uses. I don't know if she knows what Twitch is outside of my weekly posts on Facebook. I can't be sure on that. All right, so we're starting to see a little bit of smoke poof over here. Almost there, almost there. And by the time we're done sauteing that, our oven should be up to temp, so we can throw that bread pudding in. And we should finish this in a timely manner so that we are able to eat before that bread pudding comes out, maybe. Not entirely positive. Timing, I didn't really do much of it. So I'm also going to go ahead and start the water. I almost forgot about that. Get yourself a nice full pot of regular old water. That way you can cook your penne pasta. Not all the way done. When you start your pasta and you cook that through, you're going to want to make sure that that isn't entirely done, because it is going to cook. It is going to cook a little bit more with the pasta. If you cook it all the way done, and it's perfectly fine as well. I don't think we'll have any issues with that. But if you cook it slightly less, it should be fine as well. Personally, I like my noodles a little tougher, so I'm going to cook it slightly less. Okay, there we go. Second. One of my cats is scratching at a wall. I've got to stop that. Didn't even have to say anything. I walked over there. He realized I was on the way over, and he just stopped. Oh snap! Turned on the wrong one for the water, guys. I'm brilliant. So now, going on over to the stove here. Like I said before, you want to take some of that oil for potatoes. Take that garlic. Now you want to add about 4 ounces of sun-dried tomatoes. 4 ounces is a fairly hefty amount. It's going to be about half of this container itself, maybe a little more. And of course, if you really like sun-dried tomatoes, you can always add a couple extra. But what we're going to do from here is we're going to cook these up, get them all the way up to temp, get that flavor into the oil. And once those are done, we will end up moving them out, giving us space to cook our chicken. So from here, you can start making sure you've measured out the correct amount of cheese that you're going to want. So in this case, we're going to want about a cup of shredded cheese, and you do want to use shredded, pre-shredded, not fresh mozzarella. It's going to turn out quite a bit different if you do not use the pre-shredded. Go ahead and get a cup of this. You know, give or take, and recipes are never perfect. You can go ahead and measure out the milk and half heavy cream, or you can just use half and half. In my case, I'm going to be going ahead and using milk and heavy cream because I have them both on hand right now. So, if you're not going to use half and half, of course, just go ahead and use half a cup of heavy cream, and then another half cup of milk. Easy peasy. Don't forget to listen for your tomatoes and smell or just double check them. Make sure to move them around, don't allow them to burn. All right. There we go. We're starting to get a good look at them. They're getting, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the right word to say here. They're coming to temp appropriately and cooking off very nicely. So from there, though, we're going to go, once this is all said and done, we're going to go ahead and remove our sun-dried tomatoes, and we're going to set them to the side. So make sure you have another bowl, as I do. A dairy substitute. Ooh. I had a gluten substitute on the recipe that I posted. I don't really have a dairy substitute. I am apologetic here because I don't really know a dairy substitute for the fat, for the cream. But you could always use lactose-free. I guess if you're trying to go whole dairy substitute, I don't know. I do not know enough. I apologize. So, sun-dried tomatoes should be at a point where we can go ahead and get them all out. Now, with this being said, I don't think it's entirely necessary to have to pull out these sun-dried tomatoes, but they can overcook fairly easily, so I would. What we're going to do now is we want to turn up this the temperature on our stove. What we're doing is we're going to turn up the temp so that we can sear our chicken breasts. And once we sear them, we will bring our temperature back down. Or chicken tenders, sorry. Yes, I'm not worried about burning the garlic. Because these are canned tomatoes is my worry. The garlic will be fine, I promise you. I work with garlic all day, every day, constantly. It's not that easy to burn. So, when you want to take, what you want to do is you want to add your chicken slices to. There we go. All right, thank you. Coconut cream or soy milk with olive oil for a non-dairy substitute. There we go. So we want to be quick about this. because I'm getting myself distracted. Because this part, you've got to be a little more time sensitive on. So I'm going to just use a different bowl here. Toss my chicken in. Quickly rinse my hands. And get our paprika and salt and pepper to coat the outside here. You don't have to use a very large amount. I quite enjoy it, so I'm going to use a decent amount. I believe I only have, I advise about a quarter tablespoon to a full tablespoon. And then salt and pepper. Now just toss this up real quick. Sorry about that. I should have had that prep before I started this. I am sorry. So we're quickly searing the outside of these chickens. About a minute on each side is going to do you. Don't want to go too terribly long. And about now, our water is ready to boil. So drop your pasta in and cook it for the desired length of time. Running a little light on the oil there. Clean my stovetop? It is clean. So now you want to go ahead and add your tomatoes back into your sauce or into your skillet. Keep an eye on your noodles. Make sure those do not boil over. And now to make your pasta sauce, you want to go ahead and add your half and half and mozzarella cheese into your skillet and bring it to a gentle boil. I should probably give you guys back the visuals here. Now the temperature on my skillet is a little hot, so it started to boil immediately, but it'll be fine. Its temp has been brought back down, and we are yep. Are you talking about that little mess that I made while I was working over here? That doesn't count as a mess. It wasn't there before the day started. I had a nice clean stove top before I started. I make a small bit of a mess while I cook. Don't get on to me about that. Or do, I mean, it's whatever. It's not gonna change. I'm slightly messy. I got a text message from somebody. All right, so from there, we're working on our sauce, and blah 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 blah. We're gonna want to finish up with the noodles. They should be finishing up here soon, and we're gonna add them to our actual sauce here. Make sure to keep your cheese sauce moving so that you don't burn it. And keep an eye on your noodles. Your noodles should take about 10 minutes. And if you feel uncomfortable with the temperature on your sauce, your cheese-based sauce, feel free to turn that the heat down quite a bit. Bring it down to a low simmer for now, because our noodles aren't quite done. Oh, and I guess now what we want to do is, so you guys have all seen me do this before. Well, I can't say you all have seen me do this before, but a good handful of you have. We want to take our fresh basil and we want to start picking it so that we can julienne it. We want about a tablespoon of this. Sorry. Yeah, tablespoon of this. My bad. Sorry, I blanked. And depending on the size of your basil leaves, that will very heavily change. And so, like I said before, you've got a couple different ways to do this. You can either cut from the point in which you have them now, all lined up, or you can cut off those ends, roll them up, nice and tight, and just slice them long ways. You'll have very long julienne ribbons ready to be thrown into your sauce. I'd probably have a little extra, but basil's good. One of your chicken pieces jumped to its early death. That is no fun. You don't even have a dog to eat it. What? I know if Penny was there, she'd take care of it. I know, I'm pretty sure if Ridley was there, Ridley would take care of it. Ooh. We're gonna make sure to set a 50-minute timer here for our bread pudding. We started about 5 minutes ago. It should be good. You guys hear that? Mom needs a loner dog. Somebody's got a loner a dog for right now so that it can eat that chicken off the floor. Oh man, our pasta's taking longer than I was hoping. But it is almost done. So, I'm gonna get our strainer out. There we are. That way we're ready for when it's done. So the next step is going to be the... Ours will just throw up. Oh, that's no fun. So the next step is going to be adding that drained pasta to the actual skillet with the cream sauce. You're going to want to stir that up, combine it all. You're going to add your 1 tablespoon of basil and at least 1 tablespoon of red pepper flakes. Can be more if you want it a little spicier. And at 1/2 cup of that the actual pasta, the pasta water, so your sauce is a little thinner. It's not going to be so clumpy, or you know, not going to be crazy clumpy in the first place, but it'll be better, I promise. Just go ahead and use that that extra 1/2 cup of water. But don't add it all at once. Add it to your preferred consistency. That is the big thing. You want to add it to your preferred consistency. Go ahead and turn that temperature back up. We're going to pull pasta off of the heat, and we're going to go ahead and get ready for the pasta water. So we're going to go ahead and pour ourselves off 1/2 cup of pasta water. I'm going to set that off to the side. Now we're going to take actual pasta itself, strain that out. Gonna let that strain for just a second, get it so that we don't have any too much extra moisture. Then we're gonna go ahead and, as I said before, take that pasta sauce, that pasta, and we're gonna add it to our mixture over here. So let's go ahead and change up our camera view so you guys can see what we're doing. You see that that sauce is nice and bubbly once again. We didn't let it we didn't let it get too cold. I'm personally going to set some of my pasta aside. So I'm going to save that for something else. All right. So now that that's all mixed up, I'm gonna go ahead and take our basil and our red pepper flakes. Toss that in on the top. There we are. You want to keep that temperature on so that it keeps cooking a little bit. And like I said, you're going to have that extra water just in case it thickens up a bit too much. Now, from here, it really is just, it's going to be a tasting game. We're literally almost done. It's going to be a tasting game. You'll figure out, do you like the spice level of your sauce? Do you need a little bit more salt and pepper? For the most part, salt should be the only problem you have. From here, your best thing is go ahead and taste it. See how it's turning out. If it's a little too hot, maybe make Jared taste it. That way, you know, he gets it. So, personally, I want my sauce to be a little thinner than what it is, right? So, I'm gonna take a little bit of this sauce here, water here, about half of it for me. There we go. Nice. We have a nice liquidy consistency of that sauce. So it's more of a sauce now. So now, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat up. And cheeseburger helper with chicken, what? Oh, there is a poor noodle. Mom lost a piece of chicken, I lost a noodle. Well, no sense in leaving him there. Life was great. It had so many friends. It most definitely did have very many friends. Had a full 16-ounce box of friends, and it is now there. It is now gone. They will never know him again. They won't even meet back up in my stomach. So now, I didn't I didn't think of this in advance because I'm a fool sometimes. You can actually do a nice set of garlic bread with it. I personally don't have any bread at all for it. I really should have thought of that about an hour ago. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and get that plated and we're gonna taste it. We're gonna see what it tastes like. You're right. I do still have Texas toast. Let's see. There we go. There it is. I'm trying to find it. Oh, it does look absolutely phenomenal. What happened here? I have found a dilapidated piece of bread in the back of my bag. I won't be eating it. It is the end piece, and I do not eat the end piece because the end pieces are for the end times and people who want curly hair. I don't want curly hair. Yeah, you're right, breadcrumb material. But my cats will just like can't leave food on my countertops. My cats go, yeah. It just it's gone, or they'll try and eat it. Ridley, where are you at, Ridley? Yeah, I see you. Talking about you. She's not looking at me. She is the only one who won't look at me when I say her name. The other two will look right at me. She's just like, somebody's talking. Can't be to me. So, you can do this quite quickly, actually. Sorry, I've gotten text messages from people at work. Trying to see if I can just do this at 350. If I can just do this at 350, then I don't have to worry about changing out my bread. Or I don't have to worry about changing, turning on the convection oven or anything. I've actually never made this. So, yeah, we're not doing it with French bread. We're just gonna do some lightly melted butter. Where's my blasphemous butter? Ah, my blasphemous butter is right here. I still don't have a butter knife. So the reason I don't have knives, all right, so Graham, don't be upset about this. I apologize. I have not used that silverware set that you've given me yet because really I don't want any of it getting lost. And I want to have it for whenever I go somewhere by myself. And while I like Matt, stuff sits in his room for too long. All right. Quick buttery spread. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have Kerrygold. I'll use Kerrygold in the future. I know I'm committing treason right now. I think we will survive. Quickly butter that bread. My undercover barber is me. I cut my own hair. I use these cameras to help me cut my own hair. I know that sounds silly. Where's my salt? Wait, no. Garlic salt. I'm just gonna do some really lazy stuff, okay? Don't be upset about this. Don't get mad at me. That's a bit hefty. It'll be fine. Okay. A little bit of Italian seasoning. Do I just open up a whole nother skillet and do it on there? Or you can have... I wouldn't trust me to do it. I'm not even gonna go there. I wouldn't trust me to do it. Let's just do it this way. I don't have a thing to put it on, so we're just gonna toast it this way. Pop that bad boy to just above medium heat. That way, when we get that bread and butter contact, it just goes. We got a nice fried piece of bread. No, I wouldn't trust me with it. I promise you, it's a terrible idea. Well, I was trying to decide: do I use the oven or do I just do it on a skillet? That's literally all I was trying to decide. Because you can do both. And I'm quite frankly getting very hungry at this point. Now, that being said, so this is actually brings up the topic I said at the very beginning of the stream. They extended the stay home order. It's actually safer at home order, I think is what it's called in Tennessee. But so they're advising that restaurants stay closed. Advising, I don't think they're requiring. And then all barbershops, salons, and stuff like that, nail salons and whatnot, are being told to stay closed. Anything that's super like close-knit interactive. Parks are supposed to stay closed. A lot of stuff is still supposed to stay closed, but businesses are supposed to open up. Yeah, 4-phase. It is most businesses are still supposed to open up, but like not supposed to be more than 10 people and still use social distancing. It's going to be complicated. Very complicated. I hope we figure it out because a lot of people need to get back to work. The economy needs it, but at the same time, we also need to be able to still stay safe and stay healthy. We're walking a line. And so, but I just hope that everybody's staying safe, everybody's staying healthy, and avoiding going out when they can. You guys did not see that at all. I definitely did not just use the wrong burner again. No way. Don't lie to me. I mean, I don't think they would do anything at this point. Oh, that is amazing. I want to see that. I want to see that so bad. Is that wrong of me that I want to see it? Old timer Outlander, heck yes. But I don't think they'll do anything with it. At this point, I think we've seen enough discussion about it that people are willing to take the risks. It's really a matter of what businesses are willing to take the risks, or what businesses are willing to allow the risks. I think that's the bigger thing. And I mean, there's a certain level of we kind of have to let them do it in America. Other countries, they have the right to go, no, but in America we have to. It is a different perspective. It's a great perspective. It's a really good perspective. And wait a minute. In the 70s, he had long hair? All right, we are almost to temp. These things take so long to heat up when you're hungry. When your stomach is all like gurgly, 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 eat food, everything takes forever to do. And it was going gray. I mean, really be that surprised. My hair is gonna go eventually. Yes. Mel Gibson in The Patriot. There you go. Everything is smelling so phenomenal in this place. And I can't eat it just yet. Wait, be reasonable and respectful to my surroundings as I make this bread. Ooh, okay. So I totally let my second set of bananas go too long. I had to throw them away. But I want to do banana bread again. So if anybody has a really good recipe for banana bread, send it my way. If there's a recipe in the books, let me know. I haven't found one yet. I haven't looked that hard. With a fully automatic musket. Do 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 do. What would that even look like? A fully automatic musket from that time? You know how you had to load it like that? Would it be multi-barrel? Barrels just fall off. You're getting our toast. Ah, see, guys, that I do believe is what they would call a spam account. It just sends that to everyone, hopes that somebody clicks on it, and they can steal your information. So nobody go there. Ignore that. Actually, I can ban that. Hold on, let's do it. Banned. Boom. What's up, Haley? Not Sarah. Haley. Ah, shit. S. Haley B. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're going to now get it all plated up and ready to eat. I'm definitely excited for this. If any of you guys haven't seen it very well yet, that's what we're looking at. That is actually very heavy. Right. So I feel like we've finished this in a decent amount of time. So we're gonna eat this, and by the time we're done with this, or probably in the middle of it, our bread pudding should actually finish up. It'll be phenomenal. Why is Shapley so rude? So, today I'm going to be at the table by myself. But I'm going to turn you guys around in just a second. You are absolutely right. I apologize. You guys are absolutely here on this food adventure. We're going to go ahead and turn that light on. We're having that light. I think I need a drink. We need to utilize the appropriate mug. Ridley, we all know that you know that is my chair. No. Out of my chair. Sakuragi, are you trying to get banned? Okay, it's in the cousin's cookbook. I will definitely look at that. Why would he get McDonald's? I told him that you were cooking. Oh, what a lamoid. Alright. So. I always have to give myself a pat on the back. I am very good at cooking chicken. That is very good. I'm very happy with that. That is very soft. The cream sauce on the outside goes really good, obviously. But the thing is, so this is something that I've done forever, and my mother made sure I did it on the last recipe we used basil on, but fresh basil. It makes a huge difference. Just the first bite of audio is cutting in and out. The first bite of anything you get with that fresh basil, you can taste immediately. Oh, How's this? How's our sound looking now? I want to take this off. If I have to, I'll just bring the mic right in front of me. Do I need to bring the mic right in front of me? Get the pasta? When you actually get to that pasta, you can taste the sauce so much better. And you taste the tomatoes, and when you actually bite into the tomato, oh yeah, actually, tomatoes are like the centerpiece of this. They taste phenomenal. Holy cow. Got the chicken. I'd advise bringing a knife, because not everybody likes to eat like a savage, like a... And see, I've actually used dark meat in chicken-based recipes because dark meat is less likely to be dry. This is so juicy, and it's because we seared the outside there at the very. We didn't waste our time slow cooking the chicken and then cooking all the juice. Ah! Alright. We're just gonna do it this way. How's the audio now? Okay. Well, the whole spiel about dark meat chicken was that's actually why you sear the white meat, because most people cook the juices out of their white meat, leaving for a very dry piece of chicken. But if you sear the outside before you finish cooking it, it's so yummy, so delicious, and so juicy. What's up, Lizard? Grandma's looking for you. She was asking if you were coming in today. And yes, it does sound like Garrett. That won't change. All right, guys, so we're looking at about 18 minutes on that bread pudding. 18 minutes. I'm excited. I mean, I'm super excited for this bread pudding. I've never made it before. I've actually never, from memory, I don't remember having ever eaten bread pudding. So I have no, like, grounds to tell whether it's better than anyone else's. But it does sound phenomenal. That'd be a lot of work. Well, there we go. There is my answer. I have never had it in my life. If my mother did not make it when I was a child, I have not had it. Why are you guys not here? I have like an entire dining room table open for you guys. No one's here sharing this food with me. This daggone coronavirus. Yeah, he was talking about those steaks that he posted on Discord. Except uncooked, of course. Good. I absolutely expect it. Be honest, I want to do a family cooking session where we have mother, you, Jared will probably still stay home playing video games. I thought I told you about that, Coulter. I could have sworn I had told you about that. I told you. I know, but I've told like a bunch of different people. Thing is, I don't normally like tomatoes that much. And these hit that point where they're just perfect. They add the right flavor to contrast the stuff around it. Now, I will say, be careful with the amount of salt you add, because salt, that really will throw off the flavor of those tomatoes. We most definitely have to do this. Did you get more? Yeah, I totally second that. Actually, that's a phenomenal idea, Sakuragi. Full brisket. Coulter, you have got to come over to his place one of these times when he does a brisket. It is so good. Sounds like we've got a plan, Sakuragi. Hmm. We have 10 minutes left on that bread pudding. Man, that puts what I'm eating right now to shame. Both of those do. But this is still really good, guys. Don't get me wrong. This is still very good. Just some things can't compete, you know? And Andrew, make sure to let me know more than 2 weeks in advance if you can. That way I can just request that day off. I mean, do you feed them anything else? It always has to be love. See, I keep losing chat if I keep looking at those. What's up, Ray? You missed the cooking. Now it's just the eating. And the eating part is only great whenever you get to do it. No, okay, yeah, I am actually super curious what you mean by Corona McChicken, my good sir. Do you mean a beer battered chicken breast on a sandwich? Because I could do that. I'd want to use a darker version of Corona though if we're gonna do a beer battered chicken breast. Yeah, Tsunade. She'll sit there and stare at me, then I'll give her acknowledgement and she'll just breathe super heavily and just walk away. I mean, I definitely do. But she wasn't looking at the chicken. Wait, are you calling me a chicken? Nobody calls me chicken. I can't do the accent. I can't do an impression of him. I'm a pigeon? Am I at least like a carrier pigeon? I feel like I could be trusted to get a message from one place to the next. Wow, a carrier. See, I'm a carrier of the plague. I am immune to it, though. That's right. You guys will all get the plague, and I'll be fine. Because I'm a carrier of it. Where is she? Scared. Oh, there she is. By the way, Graham, that is Tsunade, Pearl Incarnate. Definitely Pearl number 2. That's the one who bit me. I am luckily wearing very thick jeans. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna wake up one day, she's gonna be at the foot of my bed, and she's gonna be hissing at me and very mad that I even exist in the building and be like, why are you in my room? And I'm gonna be like, oh no, Graham, help me! And I'm gonna realize it's my room, not my grandmother's, upstairs, and I'm not gonna be able to get out. That's what's gonna happen. Which is very surprising because you're female, and she usually hates females. So I'm glad she at least likes one of them. The food is phenomenal. I'm sorry that you missed out on us cooking. We have a bread pudding coming out of the oven here in 5 minutes, I think. So close. Oops, sorry about that. 3 minutes. Our bread pudding will be out of the oven in 3 minutes, guys. Potentially. Potentially. Yummy. You just don't get the same flavor from dry basil. You just don't. So you need to tell, you say that. We need a video of you animal whispering to Ridley. Because I personally don't see enough videos of Ridley. What's with that? And between you and Coulter's Instagram feeds, I only see like 4 videos a week. I haven't even gotten to meet the dog. Is it bath time? Why are you huffing? He's huffing again. I don't know what to do. You do post things. I have seen it. Don't make me go back through your history and find it somewhere. Even though I probably can't do it without your phone. I don't know enough about Instagram yet. I'm learning. Getting better about posting stuff. So guys, if you have missed any of this and you want to know how to make this recipe, Saturday night, as always, the video will be posted to the Soggy Green Bean. Just Kind of throwing it out there. Don't forget, all of the past streams are on the Soggy Green Bean. And I still have yet to work the courage up to post my first actual video on there. It's taking me a minute to, you know, feel confident about the video. So we will get there, though, I promise. Like my first non-stream video. Independent cooking, like, you know, I do it. But, you know, the simple cooking stuff. I'm working on it. I'll get there. My goal is by the end of May. And that is our alarm. That's bread pudding. Sorry, guys. Bread was a little disappointing. I might have over toasted it. Got distracted. It's fine. I didn't need garlic bread. We're probably gonna need this. This being the mic. Oh. All right, guys. So terrible. Hold on. Because there's no black on it. It's all nice and brown. Look at that. Is that what a bread pudding is supposed to look like? It looks phenomenal, though. Hold on. I actually have to take a picture of this. The thing is, the shop lights will have too much of a, like, that. What that does. I have to have a soft light. So what I'm doing is I'm looking into studio lights. Okay, so... Oh, yeah. But I'll get a tan. Are you saying I'm pale or something? I'm not just like the darkest looking human being you've ever seen. I've seen a white dwarf darker than me. All right, guys. So this is the moment of truth, because I know you all. The only reason you watch this is for the dessert. I know none of you care about any of the dinner. I accidentally muted myself. Holy cow. Are we back? Yeah, so when I grabbed this, I accidentally hit the mute button. We're good now. It didn't happen, don't lie to me. All right, that's extremely hot. Very sweet. Smooth. Definitely pudding-esque. Not as pudding-esque as it could have been. I probably shouldn't have put the extra bread. I might have misjudged what the bread was for. I probably put too much bread. It still tastes good, but I think I put too much bread. Sarah's gonna die for what? The bread pudding? We can't be certain of that. I don't even know where they went. I blame this one on Luke. Him not being here caused me to put too much bread in this. He would have explained to me that bread pudding was supposed to be done a certain way. Get a room! Not my chat room! Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying though, is it's not very creamy because I put the extra bread in. I think I thought I underestimated the amount of bread that was supposed to go in it. I overestimated. And so it's not, it's super bread. It tastes more bready than it should. I'm pretty sure. Either that or I'm not a big fan of bread pudding. Either one. but it still tastes of, it still feels of bread. Ah, see, I didn't know that. See, and this is why I'm gonna have to have you on here sometimes too. Because while I know how to cook and do things, I don't know dessert to save my life. I am terrible with dessert. Yeah. Caramel or white sauce would be appropriate. Yeah, see, I'd probably go with the white sauce. I don't usually do caramel. I have to think of how to put that in emote form. Because I can totally do a caramel emote. Interesting. It's not bad, but texturally, it's not something I'm a huge fan of. You know what I mean? Like the flavor is all there, but it just has a feeling, a mouth feel that I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, squishy. Like the reason I don't like most mushrooms is because like I can't eat whole mushrooms, or like mushroom parmesan, or starts with a P. Don't know why my brain's slipping on this one. No, it's not even dry. That's the thing. Okay, it's a little drier than I expected. It's a little drier than I expected. And that's where I think I messed up. That's why I think I put too much bread in it, is because it's drier than I expected. Like it's drier than I expected, but still really squishy. I think that's like kind of talking it out. That makes sense. That would be why I'm not a huge fan of it. Can banana pudding have too many wafers? I mean, don't we usually just take the box of vanilla wafers and eat them instead? And then not eat the banana pudding? I feel like that's what we've always done. Exactly. Too much pudding making soggy wafers. That's exactly what it is. You're totally right. How could anyone not have seen this? All right, guys. So, on that note, that does seem to be the conclusion of our meal tonight. I'm so glad you guys all joined me tonight. And to put on your wafers. Wait, come on over here. I don't mean to see this mug. But as I was saying, let's get that washing machine out of this. It'll be gone in here soon, I promise. That washing machine will be gone, and we'll be we'll be eating right over there instead of in my living room. Thank you guys once again for joining me for another night of, I don't even know, what should we, the Soggy Green Beans Kitchen? I don't know. Did you? I don't see any bread pudding in my beer. I don't believe you. I think you're lying. Logos? Where? What? You don't see any logos. What? Well, follow me with that one too. Gosh. Small pot did not get to see any use tonight. But in all seriousness, guys, that is the end of it all. Don't really have much else other than we would just kind of hang out. Which I mean, technically an option. But really, I'm gonna give a bit of a sign off, and I don't know, suggest you guys go watch the video, go give a like to the video once it hits YouTube. I'm gonna make sure it hits by the end of Saturday night around midnight. That's as early as I'm allowed to do via the Twitch rules and restrictions on affiliates. And I'm very glad you guys joined me for the night. Had a lot of fun. Always do. I'm glad, Mom, you got to cook with me. I can't wait till we actually get the episode where we cook together as an actual team. That's gonna be super exciting, super fun, and very much so looking forward to it. And just keep me posted on when you can do it. That being said, same for anybody else. Anybody else who wants to cook with me and is in the area, obviously can't really cook with you if you're in Southern California. I'm sorry, Elizabeth and Sakuragi. But anybody who wants to join me, feel free. Let me know. Just talk to me. We'll post it in advance. I'll figure out what we want to cook together, and we can have a lot of fun, just like we do every single night up here. I appreciate anybody who has shared the video, posted it around, let anybody else know that I exist. It's a lot of fun. But if nobody else ever joins me, I'll be perfectly fine. I absolutely love getting this night to hang out with family. It's, you know, we were texting about it a couple days ago, and it feels kind of like a family dinner, and it's awesome. I love it. And that is including all of the friends that join us. You guys are all part of this little family, and it's very much so appreciated when you guys show up. So thank you very much. And like I said, the video will go to the Soggy Green Bean by the end of Saturday night. So thank you guys very much. Let's see what you're talking about. I have liked them all. Where y'all at? Start a rival channel. I feel like you would start what's called a sister channel. And on that terrible joke, I'm gonna go for the night. I love you all. Sleep well when you get there. Have a great